So today we're going to be talking about how to find God, and we're going to be reading from Jeremiah 36:11 through 14 from the Septuagint. That's the LXX. Now, the reason why is Jeremiah 36:11 through 14. When you hear the passage, it'll ring bells. But in the Septuagint, things are ordered very differently in the book of Jeremiah. There are parts that are missing in your Bible, and there are parts that are added in your Bible. But this is the oldest Bible in the world that this comes from. So let's get on with this. First, we go with the business. The power has been out for 7 hours today. Right when I woke up, I came in here to the computer, sat down, power went off. Boom, right away. 7 hours. No power. It's pretty cold now, too. It's freezing now. So that put a kink in my program for work today. And as you know from the video that I posted last night, the power was out yesterday also, or last night, night before. I've lost track. I mean, it just keeps going out. So this is a difficulty. You need to be praying for me, but I also need you to support. I need you to step up and provide financial support because I depend on that. I'm here. I'm risking myself being here as an American who's former military. It's a bigger risk for me than just an American. It's a bigger risk for me than just someone from France or the Czech Republic because I'm an American. It's a bigger risk for me being here. But I'm here because God put me here, and he specifically called me to stay when the invasion happened. To preach the gospel, to reach out to the Ukrainians in this time of need to hear the gospel of Jesus Christ. So I'm here. I'm the hands and the feet of Jesus to the Ukrainians that I interact with. And you are the hands and the feet of Jesus to me, ministering to me as I'm here ministering to them. You're that lifeline. You're supporting me. I need that support. I'm ministering 24/7 here. It's very difficult. So I need you to step up and consider what you can give each month and make monthly commitment to give that. I do need that. I need it because I've got rent, I've got food, I've got clothes, I've got medical, and I've got ministry needs financially. So I have all 5 of those financial needs, especially the rent and the food, of course. That's the foundation. And so I need you to step up, need you to give that financial support and be part of this ministry. Because you are. And as you pray for me here, and you pray for the Ukrainians' hearts, you're part of this ministry too. You can go to the link in the description down below of any video, and it'll take you to the website on that page where you can donate. Very easy, very simple. Boom, boom, you've donated. And it lands you on the sign up for the newsletter. So if you haven't signed up for the newsletter, sign up. It's not a regular newsletter. I put out a newsletter as is needed. And that's how I communicate with a lot of you. Some of you I communicate through on the telephone sometimes because I've got a local U.S. number. Some of you are not in the U.S., so it's a little more difficult. But if you do want to communicate like on the phone, we can set up something like Viber or Telegram or something like that to talk on. My email address you can find at the channel page for this channel, whether it's YouTube or Rumble that you're following me on, you can find the email address there. Now on with the lesson. So here's a fresh translation done today of this passage. Jeremiah 36:11 through 14, the Rooted Word Bible, Common English Edition. Now, as some of you know, there are 2 editions of the Rooted Word Bible being developed. One is the Precise English Edition, which is as close to the Greek as possible, word for word. Now, it's still English, but it's more difficult to read out loud. But this is the Common English, which then takes the Precise English and puts it into what can be heard comfortably with the ear. So that's the test, the audio test, when we read it out loud. So I'm going to read this to you out loud. Then we're going to go through it part by part and see what it means for you. Jeremiah 36:11 through 14, Common English Edition of the Rooted Word Bible. And I will myself inventory you for peace, and not useless evil. And from this inventory, give this to you. And you must yourselves wishfully pray towards me, and I will myself listen in from you. And from out of this you must seek me, and you will find me, because you will seek me in your whole heart. And I will shine upon myself to show myself to you. Now, you probably already recognize this passage, which is very common among evangelicals especially, quoted from your scriptures that you use, which is from the Masoretic text. This is the Hebrew Old Testament that was made around 900 AD, after Christ. You heard that correctly. This is the Septuagint, which was made around 300 BC. It's around there, give or take 50 years. So that's why this is very different. What does it mean for you? Well, let's go verse by verse. And I will myself inventory you for peace and not useless evil, and from this inventory give this to you. Now that seems very awkward to understand, doesn't it? Because of that verb to inventory. So, and you've got the noun inventory. This is a verb that is mistranslated since the time of Erasmus, who was a famous Catholic theologian at the time of the Reformation, who was somewhat friendly to Luther at the beginning, but then started fighting with him on some issues. But he never joined the Protestants. He was too cowardly to do that. He mistranslated this as impute. That's where this theological misconception comes from. It's from this purposed mistranslation of that word to mean impute. So to impute righteousness upon you, for example, whereas it means to take an inventory of that righteousness in you. So here he's saying, I will myself inventory you. So God is going to take an inventory of you for peace and not useless evil. Okay, so it sounds like he's inventorying peace in you. He's looking to see your actions of peace, your desires for peace, rather than useless evil. Now, we've talked about evil. There are 3 words for evil, but 2 main ones. And there's one for useless evil, or evil of futility, or that makes futility. For example, a hurricane can be called this kind of evil. But people do this kind of evil when they waste their time, when they spend their time not doing something useful for someone, whether someone else or yourself, your family. You must be doing something useful, because that's tied in with the concept of good in the Bible. So to do good means to do something useful for someone, constructive. And this kind of evil is to not do something useful, or even to tear down what is useful. So God is not taking an inventory of that. He's taking an inventory of peace in your heart and in your life and in your thoughts, your attitude. And it says, and from this inventory, give this to you. So it's kind of like what Jesus said. With the measure that you measure to others, it will be measured to you. God will be inventorying that peace in you and give that same peace to you. Sorry, I had to turn off the heater because it was getting too loud. I was having to yell to get over the top of it. Now, maybe you didn't hear that, but I'm sitting right here next to it. So probably canceling out from this microphone because it's such a good microphone. But I can't think. It's in my head. All right? So that's what this first verse is saying, that God himself will examine you regarding peace. And the amount of peace that you have and you give, he will give to you. Verse 12. And you must yourselves wishfully pray towards me, and I will myself listen in from you. This is his promise to us, is that when you yourself pray to God, he will listen in to the words from you, to what's in your heart. That's his promise. His promise to you is that he will not just hear you, this is even more deliberate. This is to hear with into on the front. He will himself listen in from you. It's beautiful. So first it's talking about the inventory of peace, to give peace to you. And then it's talking about prayer itself and how God will indeed listen in to your prayers. Verse 13 says, and from out of this, out of what? From out of this, you must seek me. From out of God, inventorying peace in you and giving you that, giving you peace. Not a peaceful feeling in your heart only, but actual peace in your life. I will myself inventory you for peace and not useless evil, and from this inventory give this to you, and you must yourselves wishfully pray towards me, and I will myself listen in from you, and from out of this you must seek me. From out of having peace around you that does not destroy what is useful in your life. From out of you praying and God listening in from you, you must seek him. And you will find me. So it's not just seeking God, it's a promise that you will find him. You will not just be seeking God and saying, God, where are you? God, where are you? God, where are you? God promises that you will find him because you will seek me in your whole heart. If you hold back some part of your heart from seeking God, you will not find him. It's a causative. It says because you will seek me in your whole heart. You must seek him with your whole heart. You must be in prayer because he is listening. He's listening in from you. You must be at peace, have peace, give peace. Because in him giving you peace and not destroying the useful things in your life, see, from out of this you must seek me, and you will find me, because you will seek me in your whole heart. In these things, you must be seeking God in your whole heart. In that peace in your life. Don't just take it for granted. Absolutely not. You must be seeking God in that. In that peace that you receive, you must be seeking God. In those prayers that you are making deliberately, where you get down on your knees, isolating your time to pray towards God, wishfully pray towards God, like in hope, right? He is listening. You're seeking him this way, but you've got to do this with your whole heart. Do not hold anything back from God. There's nothing you can hide in your heart anyway. But that doesn't mean that you are seeking him with your whole heart just because you believe that God can see everything in your heart and you can't hide anything from him. That's not the same thing. That's an intellectual assent. That's not seeking him with your whole heart. You must, with your whole heart, desire and seek him and pursue him. Then you will find him. You find him when you seek him because you are seeking in your whole heart. Not in part of your heart, in your whole heart. And verse 14. And I will shine upon myself to show myself to you. It's like shining a flashlight on yourself. You're in the dark. I'm saying that because, we've been in the dark a lot. You're in the dark with someone else, and you take the flashlight and you shine it on yourself, and they can see you and they know who you are. I will shine upon myself to show myself to you. As a conclusion of these previous 3 verses. Fantastic, isn't it? Now you know how to find God. You know how to find God because Jeremiah 36:11 through 14 in the Septuagint clearly spells out what is needed for verse 14, where God shines upon himself to show himself to you. It's amazing, and it's true, and it happens. And you have witness after witness after witness telling you it's true. Do it. Be at peace. Give peace to others. Jesus said, if you do not forgive men their trespasses against you, your Father in heaven will neither forgive you your trespasses. That's the same thing. It's the same thing. And I will myself inventory you for peace and not useless evil, and from this inventory give this to you. Now you know. Write in the comments down below what your thoughts are, what you're going to do. I want to hear what you're going to do. And then later come back and write something about what happened. And may the Lord bless you as you seek him with all your heart.